Hey, 'tis Rich, and I'm just going to state right at the very top, every single paranormal TV show and YouTube channel that currently exists is for entertainment purposes only, whether they explicitly state it or not. Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this down in the comments, but don't get your knickers in a twist, hold off your frenetic typing and hear me out. Don't get me wrong, I do love to be entertained, and I've been to see some great movies and have watched some fantastic TV series. Usually it's the ones that end up getting canned during or at the end of the first series. I've been to see entertainers like Eddie Izzard and Derren Brown live, but best of all, I've seen, supported and been honoured to meet and share a stage with some absolutely fucking inspirational and phenomenal musicians and bands over the years, both the famous and the not so famous. I also like to know the truth of things, how they work and what processes are involved that lead to certain answers or specific results. As a kid, I remember taking things apart like record players and stereos to see how they worked, then put them back together again. And they still worked. Well, they worked almost all of the time. So I like entertainment, and I also like to know the truth.
Oh, which is better? There's only one way to find out.
Within the context of the ghost hunting community and other paranormal outlets in general, that fight is emphatically one-sided and has all been but completely won over by the entertainment side. There's an almost constant bombardment of sensationalist paranormal content out there, including cinema, which has ultimately seeped into the collective subconscious of modern society. Even mainstream media is in on the act, presenting news reports on alleged ghostly goings-on. Not that it is newsworthy, but more down to the fact that these media outlets know people find the paranormal intriguing and, therefore, are more likely to watch or click. And that is the very definition of clickbait, to which I've got another vlog on that subject in the works. So I'll card it up here when that's done and uploaded. Any and every channel out there wanting to get to the bottom of things and ultimately find out the truth are fighting a Sisyphus-style uphill battle. The problem is that there's so much fakery, ingrained bullshit, misinterpretation and misinformation floating around about ghosts and the paranormal that people within said paranormal communities just outright believe, no evidence, no proof, and more importantly, no twatting research done to find out if what they're spouting is actually correct. They just instant believe what they see and hear on TV shows, social media and in movies without looking any further into the reality of it all. They then go out and replicate and regurgitate all this bollocks, mainly due to the fact that that's all the information they have to go on, to which the general public and the next generation of intrepid ghost hunters take as outright fact. So it made me laugh when I saw this at the beginning of a recent vid on the Most Haunted official YouTube channel. Really? You're certainly not doing it for altruistic reasons or for the betterment of betterment? It's a betterment. It's like a minty version of betterment. Or for the betterment of scientific understanding of the paranormal. Because after 380 plus TV episodes over 23 seasons and your continuation on YouTube, you've managed to add and contribute exactly fuck all to the discussion as to whether ghosts, spirits and the afterlife do exist and are real. So I ask Yvette, Carl, Uncle Fester and the rest of the Most Haunted team, both past and present, if you're not doing it for entertainment purposes only, then exactly why are you doing it? To me, all they're doing is regurgitating the same old unsubstantiated hypotheses about how ghosts and spirits may or may not interact with our reality that 99.999% of every other paranormal outlet out there does, and that's including the fakers. Where are all the vids of all the experimentation done to prove or disprove, because that's how the scientific method works, people, for said hypotheses? Experiments that are repeatable by anyone, anywhere in the world, to enable the potential validation and corroboration of the results gained. In the face of the torrent of this quite frankly paranormal sputum, if anyone should try to ask questions about and/or counter current paranormal beliefs and hypotheses with knowledge, facts, and dare I say it, logic, they're instantly beset upon by the metaphorical angry mob with lit torches and pitchforks in the comments section or on social media, which is exactly the point I made in my ghost hunting cult vlog. Then on top of that, you're labelled as a hater, just for wanting to find out the truth. Is there any wonder the world's going to hell in a fucking handbasket? You only have to look at the number of likes, views and subscribers on the YouTube channels that the rest of the ghost hunting channels try to emulate have. This is why they do it. That and the lure of potential monetization. So if your vids aren't entertaining, then you don't get the views, likes and subscribers. Just like Paranormal Tedium. Finally, to all the paranormal channels out there who aren't deliberately faking their content, those channels who are genuinely intrepid ghost hunters looking for the proof of ghosts, some of whom do subscribe to this channel, this is not meant to denigrate your work in any way, shape or form. So please don't take it that way. But before you berate me in the comments, I ask you, think about why you're uploading vids to YouTube. Look at your body of work as a whole and ask yourselves, does any of it actually add anything new to the conversation as to whether ghosts, spirits and the afterlife do exist and are real? Are these videos for the betterment of understanding, or do they just replicate what others do? Is the potential evidence you're presenting on this platform breaking new ground, or is it still based on the plethora of unproven and quite frankly untested hypotheses about ghosts and spirits? Some of which have been around since the 1800s and are still unproven. Why is that? Just think about it. That's all I'm asking. To all our subscribers here on YouTube, Patreon supporters, followers on Facebook, Paranormal Truth Group members and everyone else that supports us in our endeavours in whatever way you choose, Steve and I thank you from the deepest, darkest heart of our bottoms. We love you all. Let us know your thoughts on this down in the comments. If you're new here, or one of the almost 60% of our viewers that haven't subscribed to the channel, then please do consider hitting that subscribe button, remembering to click the bell icon for notifications. Smash that thumbs up button if you like this vid, share the shit out of it, and help us get the word out. Thanks for watching.